Hi, welcome to the garden. It is officially the first day of summer. And no, it's not too late to plant. Here in Missouri, we have an extremely long growing season. I like to work with Mother Nature and not against Mother Nature and plant heat-loving, humid-loving crops. And today I'm going to go over 10 of those varieties that you can still grow and plant today. 6 of those varieties. Good morning, Penny. Good morning. Yeah, good morning. Good morning. 6 of those varieties I have growing in my garden today. 2 of the varieties I am so excited to try. They're new to me. 2 flowers that will make your garden beautiful and you can pick lots of blooms from. But first, let's talk about the one I will never grow again, and that is eggplant. I don't like it. I've grown it and I've cooked it. I don't like to eat it. My family doesn't like to eat it. I've tried so many different recipes. So this year, eggplant will not be getting my precious garden space. The first one we're going to talk about is okra. When you're looking for your okra seeds, look for ones that are spineless, because you'll thank me later whenever you're picking them. The spikes that these okra can have on them can be so irritating to your skin. The next thing, I like to plant 2 different varieties and 2 different colors. Why? Because it's beautiful. That's my only reason why I like to plant my 2 different varieties. Also, whenever you are planting okra, now is actually a great time when it's starting to get hot, because okra likes it hot. It is hard to germinate whenever it's cold outside. Whenever you plant your okra seeds, it's best to go ahead and put a layer of compost or mushroom compost on top of those seeds so that the ground does not crust over, especially if you have hard clay soil, because then the okra seeds, they won't come up through that hard clay soil. The next one that I have planted is sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes love our hot and humid weather. They will create these vining leaves that will shade the ground underneath of my corn, but they will still get plenty of sunlight here on this side of my garden. Sweet potatoes are delicious and, to me, fairly easy to grow and pest resistant. You can, when you're craving a little bit of something green in the middle of a hot summer, eat sweet potato leaves. People will tell you they taste like spinach. They taste nothing like spinach. They are edible. They are good, but they're not spinach, just so you know. This variety right here is being overtaken by my cucumbers. Now, oh man. No cucumbers. You may not come over here. The next one that we're gonna go over is peppers. I have a variety of different peppers planted here, there, and everywhere in the garden. These right here are tricked you peppers, so they taste like a jalapeno without any of the spice. So I'm excited to try this variety this year. Peppers love hot weather. They aren't necessarily as drought tolerant as everyone makes them out to be, because if you think about a pepper and that thick wall that a pepper has, it requires a lot of water to create that wall. Different styles of peppers require less water. A traditional bell pepper, jalapeno pepper, snacking pepper, things that you're typically going to find in a garden center, they do require a little bit more water, but they do love our summer heat. At this point in the year, I would buy starts. I don't think that we have enough time to grow from seed for our peppers, but depending on the variety that you get, you can always give it a shot. You're so cute. Don't you go in the garden though. And everyone's favorite is, of course, tomatoes. A summer garden would not be complete without the tomatoes. So I do have a few tips for growing tomatoes here in Missouri in our hot and humid weather. But yes, you can still grow and plant tomatoes. If you are planting tomatoes from seed, look for a determinate variety, because they will produce all at one time and you can get them before frost. You can also look for varieties that have a days to harvest as 50 to 60 days to harvest. Look for a variety that have 50 to 60, 70 days to harvest, because here in Missouri, we have about 115 days left before our first frost. Tomatoes do not taste good in October, late September. It's not hot enough out. So tomatoes, They have to be in your summer garden. All kinds of tomatoes.
And the next one is winter squash. I haven't even started my winter squash yet. I fight squash bugs so bad in the garden, and I have not found a good organic way to prevent them. So I'm going to try an old wives' trick. That is to wait until mid to late June after the main squash bug mating season to see if maybe that helps my winter squash. The varieties that are squash bug resistant are butternut squash and rampicanta. I don't think I'm saying that right. I'll put it on the screen because those are both squash bug resistant. I have grown both of those varieties. The butternut squash is a delicious one that you can eat. It has a hard skin on the outside of it. Rampicanta is a variety that it can be eaten in the summer, and you can also store it for the winter. It grows this giant, long green squash, and it's really fun. It also tastes really good. Another one that I like to grow is delicata squash. It is not squash bug resistant, so that one you have to keep a little bit of a closer eye on. So those are the varieties of winter squash that I love to grow.
And the last one you should have in your summer garden is melons. I have cantaloupe and watermelon, and there's also honeydew. On your watermelons, you're going to want to plant at this time of year, you're going to want to plant a smaller variety, a sugar baby or something along those lines that has a shorter days to harvest, because again, the melons taste better when they can be harvested when the weather is still hot. They might still be okay when it's a little bit cooler, but to get that summer flavor out of a melon, you want it to be pretty hot outside. These are our cantaloupes, still little baby plants, but they're starting to flower. The two new varieties that I will be growing this year are yard long beans, because they're a type of pole bean that is supposed to be able to beat the heat. And the next one is the Armenian cucumber. I'm excited to see how both of those grow and find some recipes that I can use them in and see if I want to continue to grow them for years to come. Sunflowers. They're one of the flowers that you have to have in your summer garden. I plant them on the east side of my property so that I can see them in the evening whenever their giant sunflower heads will face my front porch. The humble zinnia is one that my summer garden could not be without. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any vegetables that are your summer favorites that I didn't mention here in this video, please let me know. I am always excited to try new varieties that thrive in my hot summer climate that don't require a lot of effort on my part.